I think the strength shows accelerated growth, especially when you look at the third quarter and you combine it with the first two quarters. You see each quarter an increase in organic growth. And we project today also a very already strong, robust outlook for 2020, which implies, when I take the midpoint, a growth now in the first guidance of 34%, which is still conservative. It's a little bit under what we are delivering now for 2019. So this is a first guidance. You know, we always have a very strong, robust outlook for 2020.
And what?
We have a very good global mixture of regional services. We're today delivering services in already over 100 countries. And I think payment and the transformation of payment processes into the digital ecosystem is probably the innovative financial services on one platform is one of the most interesting growth areas in the next 10 years. And the partnership basically will focus on.
I just thought it's interesting a German company starts this as this is a country where if you can find a store that's open and convince the shopkeeper to sell you something, you've got to use cash.
Now also in continental Europe and especially also Germany. So many big German companies are now strongly also going for digital. They are trying to unify their sales channels over one digital stack. So I'm very optimistic that also the large German.
How much of your growth is coming out of Asia? There was a report in the Financial Times that you've taken issue with, but it said that 3 companies alone were responsible for half of your sales and over 90% of your operating profit out of Asia. Is that untrue?
That's untrue. So about 50% of our volume is coming from outside Europe. Let's say we have over 300,000 merchants. So this is our growth generation and this is our revenue generation. So this is where the volume and growth is coming from.
Market. I mean, it's interesting because on the one hand, you have 23 buy ratings from analysts out of the 29 that I counted on the Bloomberg today. On the other hand, there seems to be nonstop controversy coming from the Financial Times, SIRF, and a number of other places that create the kind of volatility I don't think German investors are used to.
If you look into our new sales, we had in the second half year of 2018, new sales was up by nearly 160%. So we signed in the second half year 32 billion of new volume. So I think we have a tremendous growth development before us. We have big innovations before us. So this is what we concentrate on. I do not too much look into controversies, but my mass, of course, in many areas we are pioneers. Definitely see Asia as one of the biggest growth markets for digital in general and payment especially, because the first thing that people buy there is a smartphone. China is a good, let's say, an example.
But it's also very far away, and you've had issues with your corporate governance structure in Asia. What are you doing to change that? Have you got someone new in charge of compliance? Have you got someone new in charge of, know your customer, dealing with or stopping money laundering sort of before it happens?
I think it's a strong USP of Wirecard that we heavily started already 17, 18 years to invest in a very strong real-time compliance process. We can today really, in a real-time that we're heavily investing there constantly, and that we can today act on all 5 continents. We can really deliver with strong, scalable processes on all 5 continents, not only in Asia. Risk management and compliance in relation to very innovative processes is one of our absolute strengths.
Have you changed it?
Von unserem Abschlussprüfer EY in Deutschland darüber informiert worden, dass ein Bestätigungsvermerk für den Jahresabschluss für das Geschäftsjahr 2019 aufgrund unberechtigter Bankbestätigungen weitere Prüfungshandlungen erfordert. Dies ist auf Mitteilungen von 2 Banken, die Treuhandkonten verwalten, an den Wirtschaftsprüfer EY zurückzuführen. Die beiden Banken haben nach einem Treuhänderwechsel seit 2019 die Verwaltung der Treuhandkonten übernommen. Beide Banken haben ein Investment Grade Rating von Moody's oder S&P. Laut EY gibt es Hinweise darauf, dass den Wirtschaftsprüfern von einem Treuhänder oder aus dem Bereich dieser Banken zu betrügerischen Zwecken falsche Saldenbestätigungen vorgelegt wurden. Der Treuhänder, der seit 2019 mandatiert ist, steht in ständigem Kontakt mit den Banken und der Wirecard AG. Es ist derzeit unklar, warum die beiden Banken dem Wirtschaftsprüfer gegenüber erklärt haben, dass die Bestätigungen gefälscht sind. Der Treuhänder hat der Wirecard AG angekündigt, dass er den Sachverhalt kurzfristig mit den beiden Banken, die die Treuhandkonten verwalten, klären wird. Es kann derzeit nicht ausgeschlossen werden, dass die Wirecard AG in einem Betrugsfall erheblichen Ausmaßes zum Geschädigten geworden ist.